Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading with Molly the Star Kid at Starkidignited on YouTube. This is going to be a reading for the month of June, however it is timeless, so it will apply for the next 30 days whenever you find the reading. It will apply for Cancer's Sun, Moon, Rising and North Node. If you don't know your North Node or your Rising, then feel free to get a free birth chart on Google. You will need to know your birth time. Alternatively, if you want to book in with me to get a private astrological reading, I would absolutely love that. Just join the Patreon or send me an email and we'll organize that for you. All right, Cancer, so let's jump straight into it. This is going to be part 1 as well. So part 2 is available on Patreon for 10 USD a month. I think it's about $16 Australian a month. And I'd love to have you over there. You get access to all the extended readings so you can check out your own Sun, Moon, Rising, and read into it for a partner or something if you wanted to as well. But yeah, I'd love to have you there and let's jump into it. So Cancer, in your energy check-in this month, the immediate feeling that I got was a stiff neck, and I felt fear, like a really big undercurrent of fear coming through, almost frozen in fear. So I've written down my notes for you. I got the phrase that you're white knuckling life, that, you're just holding on really tight and it's been really intense, that you may even be extra sensitive or more reactive towards life, towards others, family, friends. And it's not because you're bad or that you're not good enough, Cancer. You just genuinely have been through some tough, scary shit lately. Scary shit the last few years and powering through it tenaciously. But that doesn't mean it was easy for you. You had to move through a lot of fear and uncertainty to get where you are now, and that soft, tender heart of yours feels like bursting. And you need a massive, unconditionally loving, soul-soothing hug. That was how your energy felt. It felt frazzled, and you just needed, some support and love to really help bring you back down to center and feel safe again. Feminine energy is really highlighted too. So, I got, you really want your mom or someone who feels maternal, craving that caring, loving energy, just to be accepted and loved just as you are, fears, hurts, and all. And to be reminded again, you're going to be okay, my darling. I feel strong goddess and energy around you as well. So the goddess who came to mind was Kuan Yin. So you may want to research Kuan Yin further. Her love and support are with you, Cancer. Call on her loving energy in this time. Research her more if her energy feels supportive to you. And you can also ask her to be a protector and almost like a surrogate mother to you whenever you feel alone or scared. And she'll continue to send you love, care, and support as long as you wish her to. So that was the clearest messages that were coming through, that fear, that really needing to nurture, to feel safe, to be around supportive, loving energies, because it looks like you've gone through a lot these last few years or even in the recent past. And to utilize this motherly, loving energy that's around you, the goddess Kuan Yin. But you might also have other goddesses or, figures that you relate to in that way, and that's fine. Use the ones that resonate most with your heart. And also, Cancer, if something doesn't fit, don't make it fit. So make sure you check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. These messages are general, so they're not going to be a perfect hit for every single person that ever sees them. But if they are, I always just ask that the most important messages come through. If it does resonate for you, feel free to comment below. Okay, and now, Cancer, we have a channeled message from your higher self. Cancer, my dear, your higher self is sending you peace and our admiration at how well you have weathered the storms on your path and how gracefully you have ridden its waves out of what was once familiar yet stagnant and reached the shores of a whole new world. Your angels, guides, and source are congratulating you and celebrating, as we know it was painful and frightening for you, but you didn't give up. To trust in the tides of the universe and surrender yourself, letting go and being floated forward by a higher power is a massive achievement. I'll say that again, to trust in the tides of the universe and surrender yourself. Letting go and being floated forward by a higher power is a massive achievement. Our comfort zone is important, but so is recognizing when our hearts and souls have expanded in such a way that we no longer fit into that old place of comfort. And we believe in ourselves and we show up for ourselves so much that we face the unknown and exclaim to ourselves, I am so much more than what is here. My loyalty lies in myself, and I will have comfort, love, and care again. It is my birthright. But first, I must let go of energies seeking to trigger me, bring me down, keep me small, and take a hold of my higher self and intuition. You have successfully navigated this soul lesson. Be prepared for the new blessings, abundance, and wisdom the universe has in store for you. Love your higher self, Cancer. So that's such a powerful message. It looks like you've really had to surrender to change and surrender to the ways that the universe was asking you to grow. And it looks like it was scary and it was difficult, but you had the courage and the tenacity and the love for yourself to not give up and to just put one foot in front of the other and keep going. So your higher self is rewarding you for that. It's sending you love, and there's going to be a lot of abundance, blessings, and new things coming into your life because you've closed out a cycle, which means a whole new cycle gets to begin. You know, your past experiences aren't going to have all the answers for these new experiences. You're going to have to be curious and inquisitive. But before you do that, yeah, it's important to just take note of everything that you have accomplished so far, of how much love you've shown to yourself by being able to leave things in the past that weren't serving you. Okay, so Cancer, let's get into your reading. Let's pull some cards. We're going to get some beautiful mermaid messages for you. We'll go a bit deeper into their messages, and then we'll jump over to the extended where we'll look at love, money, and career in more detail. I hope to have you guys over there. It's a beautiful little private community. And yeah, I'm really excited for where we're going to grow together with that Patreon channel. So let's go into it. All right, Cancer. So your first card today is beauty. Grace, loveliness, integrity of form, and spirit. So this card is just reminding you how beautiful you are, how like physically attractive you are, how on the inside, how beautiful your heart is, how beautiful your intentions are, the ways that you show up for people, the ways that you show your love and care, your resilience. And Spirit's really congratulating you that you've been able to flow with more grace. It's been something that you're learning to move more with your feminine energy, because we have feminine energy coming through, where things may in the past have encouraged you to, you know, react or act more out of your masculine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. And this card is just congratulating you and shining a light on how beautiful it is that you're also utilizing the power of your feminine energy to be able to attract the things that you need, to know when to call something off and no longer feed it, and to be able to let someone take care of themselves, and for you to be that like strong feminine energy where you know your power, you know your sacredness, and you're not going to give it to everybody or anybody. They're going to have to prove and show you that they're worth it, that they honor you and they see you. And I think it's really beautiful that you've seen it in yourself as well. Okay, and your next card, Cancer, awesome, is Imrama. So you've definitely been on a spiritual journey. You've definitely, maybe you've moved physically from one place to the other, moved out of like an old way of being, an old relationship, an old house, an old country. It could be anything, but there's a very big journey energy here. You have a 1 and then you have a 45, which is a 9. So it's like starting this journey and then also completing a cycle. So a wonder voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, and a journey of the soul. You may have also just like had to go off by yourself. You've had to venture off on your boat, not really knowing what you're going into, but knowing that what you're leaving behind didn't serve you. It wasn't supporting your highest growth. It wasn't, you know, encouraging and drawing out of you those beautiful, sacred, wonderful, joyful qualities that you have. It feels like you were being mistreated. Or can we get one card for the past energy that Cancer left behind? Yeah. So whatever was in your past energy, we have energy field adjustment. It was messing with your energy. We have a 6 here, so it definitely could have had to do with love, or just making a decision, but something was really throwing your energy off. You probably even felt you might have even been causing health problems with the health aura cleansing and health here. So you might have just felt like your energy was off, like you were always drained, or you were always frustrated, or the ways in which you normally use your feminine magic and power to call in the things that you need, or move in the world in a way where you're attracting and magnifying your own energy. I think this past energy that you were leaving was just throwing your energy field off. You may not have even, like physically been able to see it or something, but things were not, you weren't getting the normal responses that you got from doing certain things. Your energy was misplaced and you were feeling that reaction from everybody, but it was due to this past experience or this past situation that you were in that you knew you had to leave. And that's why we can see, obviously, again, the Imrama card, where you're going on a sacred journey. Imrama, I believe in that deck, it's an Irish, like a Celtic term, but I don't know for sure. So you may want to even look up what an Imrama is and really think about, when did your spiritual journey begin, or when you left this past experience, like what has changed so far? What have you learned about yourself? And what is it that you desire, that you're trying to move forward to and trying to attract into you? Okay. So Spirit, can we please get, is there any advice for Cancer at this time? Okay. We have expect miracles, Cancer. So wonderful things are happening. I think, you've undergone some awesome spiritual growth. Your higher self is right there with you, encouraging you, like, wow, this is wonderful. And if you're feeling like you need, like as we felt in that energy reading, like you're just holding on, like it's been so difficult, make sure that you're spending some time, like obviously in nature, but just giving yourself some time off to just be in your energy, to just feel your feelings, to allow any crying, any rage, just anything that is sitting in your body and wants to be released from this experience. Allow it to come through, and know that makes you, it doesn't make you less than. Being able to release that and call back your energy and feel more powerful and feel those deeper emotions after you let the surface ones out, it increases your beauty. It increases your ability to be vulnerable with yourself and others, and also to bring healing to some of the pain that you have felt and that someone, that you've experienced through this experience, and transmute it, transcend the pain, so that you're being with it, you're acknowledging it, you're not trying to make it go away. But once we often sit with something and we accept it and allow it, often that's when it does change or transform. Okay, let's see what other cards you have. So we have expect miracles and spiritual growth, but this is going to come through surrender and transformation. So as we said earlier, it was that letting go of things that were just trying to trigger you, hurt you, bring you into your darker energy. Like everybody has good and bad energy, but we all know that you could have something bad happen to you and go to a friend and be like, look, my wallet just got stolen, I'm so upset. And a supportive friend, someone who loves you and genuinely wants the best for you, is going to be like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that happened. How can I help? Would you like me to call someone for you? Do you need money to get home? Just those little things. Whereas a triggering energy, or an energy that's more invested in pulling out your dark side, might say well, it's your fault. What did you do? Start blaming you and judging you and trying to get you to react and feel worse, and just create more fear and anxiety in the situation. That's a little example, but these are the kind of things that you're learning to leave behind. And once you surrender to the fact that you can't change anyone, you can't force people to be who you want or be what you need or meet your needs, you can communicate openly, and it's always a decision whether or not they come to the party. But when we surrender to that truth that we can only do our best, we can't control anyone else, and the more that we invest in ourselves and what we can have an effect on, we create a more powerful foundation for ourselves. We are taking back our power. We are realizing, rather than, you know, extending beyond what we can change and trying to desperately get something that, you know, we can't fix, then that, you know, doing that leaves us very powerless, because we love someone, like we might love that person, or we might love that situation, or we might feel like we can help, but our higher self knows, no, the lesson right now is asking you to close that cycle, that it hasn't supported you. It's not bringing out your best, highest nature, and your higher self knows what you need, and it's trying to guide you that way. So please, guys, make sure that you do surrender when the time is right. And know that surrender doesn't mean inaction. Surrender purely means letting go, like allowing your brain to just let it go, instead of thinking like, no, well, they did this and that. Let it go. It's like, right now, I want this, you know, like this is my true heart's desire, and I'm going to do that, whether that's just security, whether that right now is just self-love or joy or having a stable home, or like, you know, whatever it may be. You're centering your power on yourself. Your loyalty is to yourself, and how can you create a stable foundation for yourself? And yeah, just don't let anybody pull you off track, Cancer. You've gone through so much. You're doing a beautiful, beautiful job. And you're on this journey, and your higher self is with you. I'm with you. I'm cheering you on. But yeah, and so your last card as well, transformation. I think you're not even going to be able to really recognize yourself at the end of this journey. There's going to be, I think, a lot of convergence with this transformation. You're going to realize why you had to learn certain things. You're going to start to, you know, develop your intuition to an even deeper level, where you can put things together and you know why they happened. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's just get some final messages, Cancer, and then we'll jump over to your extended. So Spirit, how is Cancer showing up at this time? Okay. So guys, we've been stuck in a lot of mental energy. We've been feeling really like stressed out, up at night, not able to escape just these fearful thoughts, these beliefs. They can also be just opinions or ideas from society, other people, our family, that we've internalized. Yeah. So your angels are saying your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome that you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. And then the card that came out on top of that, so what's challenging you but coming through to assist you right now, is joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others, and answers that come through meditation. So there's been so much stress around you. Maybe there's been a lot of drama, and this card is saying that it's time to really start this solo journey. And it doesn't mean you're going to be alone forever, but it means right now the energies around you are not in your highest and best. And what is in your highest and best is to just give yourself, even if it's just a day, just give yourself a day to like switch off your phone and really just observe like what your thoughts are, how you're feeling. Do something nice for yourself. Yeah. And make sure that you're also spending that day, like, if you've had a really stressful time, then that's okay. Like, you know, maybe you need 2 hours to just cry and to just journal about it or get it all out, so it's not all sitting in your head replaying. But then after that, after you've spent however long you need, assign some time to dreaming about what is, and I'm going to use the word delusional, but like, what is the most delusionally good outcome possibility that could happen here? Imagine that, like, you know, if you won the lottery tomorrow, like, how would you use the situation that you're in right now to transform for the better? What would you, if you could do anything, what would your wish be? What is it that, what have you learned from these experiences? Because I think things are going to come to you when you're by yourself about what you truly want, what you truly need. And once you've done that, I think you might have new wishes or new dreams or new things that you want to manifest that you're wanting to manifest into your life. Okay, is there any further advice for Cancer before we jump into their extended reading on Patreon, Spirit? Okay. So you guys, you have 3 major arcana cards. So this is just really highlighting the soul growth that you've been through at this time. These have not been easy lessons. Like your soul, when it came down here, before it incarnated, knew that you were going to have to learn certain things. And with 3 major arcana coming out, it shows that this has been like a step up for your soul. It was something that was a challenge. You had to stretch yourself. You had to rely on your own intuition, your own instincts. You had to really get out of your comfort zone, as your energy reading said. And yeah, Spirit is really encouraging you that you've done a wonderful job. If you can see here in the Epiphany card, we have Archangel Raziel. And now in your Magician card, he is exactly there still, standing behind you, sending you energy, love, and support. I think he's just there. So you can manifest the life that you want, Cancer. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. The Magician, the High Priestess, and the Hermit, it's like you are going to spend a bit of time alone to like get more clarity, to get some deeper insights onto what you really want. Maybe it's like a certain field of research or something that you're really interested in. But then you're going to transform. You're going to be the Magician. The Magician is an alchemizer. They can turn lead to gold, pain to joy or success. They can use things that other people, would have no use for and transform them into something that's completely new. Know that that energy is with you. That's what you're being supported to do. And know that you can manifest the life you want. I know it's so easy in this world to feel like downtrodden and crushed and like there's no hope and like all these horrible things are happening. And I'm not saying that they aren't, because there's a lot of conflicting information out there. There's a lot of things that are used to scare us and program us into like program our minds to believe that we can't actually have the thing we want, so we never go for it and we settle for less. But what this is saying is that at this time, it's really important that you believe, or you're at least open to believing, that you can manifest the life that you want. Whatever it is that you desire, if you truly want that thing, if you know that when you have that thing, you're going to be more loving, more helpful, you're going to be able to provide more service to others, you're going to, and whether that's through a job or maybe it's just through being a great person, it doesn't matter. But you have all that ability and you deserve it. And you can alchemize things that happen to you into something even greater. And your last card of advice comes from Archangel Haniel. And this is the High Priestess. So you're having powerful psychic insights at this time. Reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. So we have two cards pointing to meditation. So guys, definitely look up a feminine energy or a goddess meditation if you're interested in that on YouTube. Otherwise, just any meditation. And if you're someone that finds it difficult to meditate, know that a lot of different things can be meditating. Just walking and listening to music can be meditating. Movement, yoga, painting, creativity. There's all kinds of things that can be meditative if your mind's just in a flow state. There's no anxiety, there's no fear. You're just in the moment enjoying, because that's where answers and insights and beautiful new downloads can come through from your higher self, from source, from your angelic spirit team, who always love you, who always want to support you and want to show you the easiest way to get somewhere. They don't want you to take the hard way where you're going to incur the most karma. They're trying to guide you to the most beautiful and easeful direction on your path that they can. Okay, Cancer. So I love you guys so much. We're going to jump over to the extended reading. I hope to see you guys there. If it did resonate, please like, share, comment. It really helps me to just get the channel out there. And yeah, I'll see you over there on Patreon. Bye, guys.